Welcome, everyone. I'm so happy you're here with me tonight, where I get to inspire individuals to be creative and, in turn, share those creations with others to help eradicate loneliness. My name is Marilyn, Stamping Creations with Marilyn, coming to you from Spruce Grove, Alberta, Canada. I'd like to welcome you back if you've been here before. I can see Bonnie and Pam and Maggie. Good to see all of you. And if you've never been here before, welcome to our community where we love to share and create. I have a different design card I want to share with you tonight. It's called a side pillar easel card. Laura Strengths shared it, and I've made one, and then I'm going to make one with you. But before we get to that, I do want to remind you of a couple things. We are on March 26, 26. And that means I've only got a couple days left to submit my list for catalogs, the new Stampin' Up! Catalogs to come out to you. I'm going to use Stampin' Up's mailing list, and that has to be done by the 31st. So I plan on doing that on the weekend. So if you do not have a demonstrator and you would like me to send you a catalog, please reach out to me. In my newsletter, I have forms on my Facebook and social media platforms. I do have information for that as well. And of course, because I'm on Facebook, you can always reach out to me in Messenger there, and I will certainly look after you. So let me switch the camera down to, whoa, wrong button. This up. Come back here. There, now you can see it. I hit too many buttons at once. That's what I did. That's my desktop. You can see there, and I have the front of the catalog here showing you what it's going to look like. I can't show you the inside, and that's okay because I don't have it yet. I have ordered mine with my first order, because as a demonstrator, we can pre-order some of the products out of here, and I have ordered mine. It should be here next week, so hopefully I will be able to order lots more things out of there and share them with you. So hello, Stacy from Edmonton. Good to see you. So let me know if you don't have a demonstrator and you would like a catalog. Let me know, and I will chat to you for that, I hope, as long as I get your message. So before we get started, this is the card I did last week. And as always, whoever comments, whether you're commenting on the live or whether you comment during the week, I put your name in a draw and I send the card to you. And this little bunny card is going to Betty. So thank you for commenting, Betty. And that'll be in the mail to you before too long. So tonight's card looks like this. I am trying to monitor comments and everything as well. So sorry if I sound a little hesitant there once in a while. So it's an easel card with pop-up pillars on the side that do fold down. And when I copied the one from Laura and her dimensions, I got to the envelope, and can you see what's happening here? I can't get it in the envelope because it's just a little bit too long. So I'm going to, what I did was I shortened the cardstock, and I'm hoping that when I get this one done, it is going to fit in the envelope. So to start with, you need a piece of cardstock that's 8 1/4 wide. So you have to take off 1/4 inch, and 5 1/2 long, which is our normal height for cards. Hello, Marie. So good to see you all chatting with each other. So please keep doing that, and I will read the comments later. I will try to answer anything that might need attention as we're going through this, but if not, I will answer you afterwards for sure. So this I'm going to put in the trimmer with the 8 1/4 at the top, and I'm going to score it at 1/2, 1, 1 1/2, and 2 from each end. And that's what's going to make these little pillars that we have. So I'll just do that with my trimmer. And what I like to do is the smaller pieces start this way, and I'm going to score half, 1. Then I'm going to turn it around and do the, I'm going to find my piece of paper so I know what I'm doing. 1.5 would be the next one, and 2. And then I want to do that from the opposite end as well. So we've got a pillar on each side. So half, 1, 1.5, and 2. One other piece that needs to be scored before I put my scoreboard away is this one, which is 3 by 5.5. With the 5.5 at the top, I'm going to score it at 1/2. Which I already did, so I'm trying to find the right place. And 3 3/4. This way, 3 3/4. Do it right. And that should be all we need the scoreboard or the scoring tool for. So before I fold that, I'm going to place tear and tape along each, let me get this right, see if I can remember, on the 1/2-inch tabs on the outside here. So I don't think it has to be near the score line or near the edge, as long as it's going to hold the pillars down when I get them folded. So on either end, I'm seeing comments about sorry for your loss. Whoever that is, I am sorry as well. And I will certainly read it afterwards and let you know that I am thinking of you. I like to, when I use tear and tape, I like to use the bone folder to just make sure it is stuck down where it should be. And then the second one, you want to miss a section and put the DSP strips on. So that will be these 2 little pillar pieces that are 3/8 by 5 1/4. So you miss one and you put those on. They're not going to show up big and bold and beautiful, but they're just going to, like on this one, you can see there's a bit of the copper in there. And that's all we want, is just a bit of color. And I want to miss one and then put it on there. And yeah, I'll do this one over here so you can see. So it's just a narrow strip of DSP. And you could use whatever colors you want to have your card coordinating. But this paper is from the Delicate Wishes. That's in the online exclusives right now. So that's where all this paper is from. It's got some gorgeous blues and what do you call this? Plum cake. So then I'm going to fold on all of those score lines that I made, and we're going to make our pillars. See that I didn't get that one quite straight. Oh, maybe. So have you made any cards like this? Let me know if you've seen this before, if you've made it, if you use different papers for it, or easel cards. Have you, I'm sure you've all made easel cards. those have been around for quite a while. So what's going to happen is it's going to end up like this, but there's an easy way to do that to make sure it's where it should be. So that's what I'm going to try to show you now. I'm going to take off the tear and tape, and I'm not going to try and fold it all over like that, but if you fold it in half and then over, as long as everything was scored the right way, there's your pillar. So it works really well to be able to do that. And with having everything at half-inch score marks, that is why it works. So there is my base. And just because I was leery on the other one, I'm going to check, and you can see that it will fit in the envelope. You have to fold the sides down, but it does fit in the envelope. So now we need, before we do anything, we need this piece that I scored. I'm going to fold the half-inch piece over, and it is going to, yes, just a minute, gotta figure this out. So this goes here, this piece stands up with the other piece on it. And I'm going to adhere that at the top. Centering between the two pillars and aligning at the top of the card. Well, try to center it. Dark color is even hard for me to see, and I'm right here, never mind for you guys to see, so let's try that again. It's better. And the other piece that's three by 5.5 is going to have my piece of designer paper on it, which is 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. So it's leaving me that border around. And yes, this is the other side of what I used for the pillars, but I thought this would brighten it up. So it goes like so. And it will go on here to stand up. Before I do anything else, I'm going to put another piece of designer paper, 3 by 5 1/4, in here to cover that little half-inch tab and just give it some prettiness. I don't know what else you would call that down there. So it's going to be centered between the pillars, like that. Then I'm going to put this, and I only want to glue it on there, but I want to make sure that the top of it is there. That makes sense? So I'm going to put my adhesive here. And then when I put this down, I want it to be flush with the top. And it is flush with the bottom, so it must mean I cut it right. Hello from Minnesota. Smiley J. I'm sorry I don't know your name, but welcome. Good to see you there. And then I need my stoppers. And this paper really lends itself well to doing die cuts. So I die cut 2 of these that I'm going to put on dimensionals for stoppers, just like this one was. And I need dimensionals for that. So what other things do you think we could use as a stopper? I had thought the greeting, Joan, hello Joan, thank you. A greeting like this you could put down here, or a little bigger if you want it. And it's just a matter of choice as to where you want to put them and how much you want it to stand up. I think I'm going to put one like that. And as long as I've got dimensionals, I did check on the other one to see if maybe I needed 2 dimensionals. Maybe I'll put one either way, just so it will hold it. But oh, like that. So there is the easel part. Then to put on a greeting on this one, because it's different, as you can see, the different ideas. I'm going to put one of the arches dies, and I'm going to heat emboss copper on there. So I'll show you how we do that. I don't know about you, but heat embossing was one of the first things. Oh, sorry, I'm just reading comments. Bonnie says use the bug DSP. Yes, and the critters. Yeah, that would work really well as well. Heat embossing was one of the first things I ever saw when I started with stamping and card making with my friend. And it still is one of my favorites. I don't know about the rest of you, but I'll try and um, let you see how magical it is when you see how it turns from dull to shiny, and yeah, it's just pretty special. So I have the Wow metallic copper, and I probably have enough in my dish here. I'm going to use my tweezers because when I go to heat it, it's going to be too hot to hang on to anyway. So basically you stamp it with Versamark and sprinkle the powder on. We do have a tray where you can sprinkle the powder and then put the remaining powder back in. But I have over the years just found that doing something like this with these dishes works really well. And then I know where it is. The embossing buddy that I used first isn't quite as um, you don't quite need it quite as bad with white paper as you do on dark papers. Dark papers, for some reason, the embossing powder sticks everywhere. So I guess maybe because you can see it more. So I'm just heating it up, trying not to make too much noise for you. And then once it's heated up, try and hold it so you can actually see it. You see it start to change. And to me, that is just the best thing ever. Just imagine your greetings, what you can do. You can see it shiny. And this is the Stampin' Up! Heat tool. It comes with 2 speeds. I can see here that it is totally melted. One of the first things I did with this technique many years ago, because my kids are 50 and 53 this year, I would give school pictures at Christmas time to my family, and I did little frames for their pictures, and I had stamps that said their names, and I put their names on the bottom of the picture with heat embossing. And it was just magical. That's all I can say. So then I'm going to mount that with dimensionals on there. And because these are layered arches, One fits right with the next one, and then I'm just going to mount that, whoops, on the center of here. And I could use dimensionals there again because it's not going to make much difference when I put it in the envelope. And then the only thing that I have left is somewhere to write, and I'll give you some options there as well. I'm going to put it up a little higher because when you have it standing, I think it just looks a little better. So the only other thing left is a writing panel, which Laura had said 3 by 2 3/4. And that, now let me think for a minute. She had here on the back. On my card that I did the sample, I put it here. You could put it either place. Or, yeah, I guess those are the only two. And if you needed more room, of course, you have the whole back that you could put things on. I'm going to put this one on the back. And because it's not square, I have to kind of pay attention to what direction it goes. I think that's good. Oops, except it's not straight. And if you wanted to stamp that, you could, but I think that is just a great way there. So let me know if you like the navy or secret sea or plum cake, because that's one of each. And then I have some cards from today. I had my monthly card class today. Normally it's the third Thursday, but last week I took a road trip with my daughter and her daughter, my daughter and my granddaughter, to southern Alberta to watch the granddaughter, play in rugby provincials. So I was gone and didn't have, well, I did do a live, but I kind of surprised everybody and it wasn't my regular time. So anyway, that is my cards for tonight. So what I've started out to tell you, I had to move my monthly card class to this week. So we did some cards there. Oh, and before I put that stamp away, I want to show you how I've been with these new stamps. You're probably aware that we do not get a stamped image inside the paper to know where to put them back, and if we've got them all. And we had this discussion in the card class today, actually. It was a die that Pam was missing and wondered, how can I figure out where it is? What I've been doing with my stamps is taking a felt pen and marking around them before I ever use them, marking around them on the heavy. You get a lighter and you get a heavy. And I mark around on the heavy and then lift the lighter to peel them off, and I know where they go back afterwards. And that was Jackie Boheis had thrown that, and I just thought it was a wonderful idea. So I did that, and here are the cards. Let me just move those back a little bit. First of all, these are 2 cards that I made with Carmen Carnegie, did a mystery stamping the other night. And that's always fun because we never know quite what we're going to make. And I was able to make 2 cards. Those are the cards from that. And this is one that I received in a swap. I've shown all the other swap cards in prior videos. So this is one of the last ones, and this is from Sylvia. And it's just using designer paper totally, and then a little slide-in card in the pocket. So another great way, we're always looking for ways to use that designer paper. And then these are the ones we did today in the card class. Bonnie using this bug paper that you were talking about. Just a couple layers. This one is one of the 4 by 6 from the cut apart sheet, I think it's called. So a birthday card there. This birthday card I did with the die from the postage dies, only this is the piece that's normally thrown away. It's not the piece you usually use. And I just thought it was a great border to put on that paper. this one and this one are done with the, I believe it was Love that has these cut apart sheets that you just cut and put on. It was, class today was quick and easy. There wasn't, okay, what is happening? Looks like it's frozen. Hopefully not for you guys. So those are two cards that I did with that. Then I had two with um, the blue paper that we call the product of the month. It was a couple months ago. And this one was by Mary Nabby. And we were all surprised that it looked to me like this was cut and put in, but it's not. This piece of paper is just put over top of it. So again, a great way to use your designer paper. And okay, what is going on? Everything was left up. Hmm. I will show these, and then I might have to just call it a quits because I don't see why that's not showing. But maybe it is on your end. I don't know. These are other ones done with 1-inch strips, just at an angle. Then this is put on. This one I had with flowers, so I put it the other direction, and then two more with them up that way. So we have so much fun in those classes. So if you ever want to join us, let me know. And oh, there I can see the cards. Fine on your end. Good, good. I'm glad you can see them. So something obviously was hung up on my end. So thank you for sticking with me. So I will just come back to say goodbye. Find out if there's anything else that you would like me to try. Let me know as always. And I really appreciate you being here with me to um, to learn how to do these things and just part of my community. I need that, and I'm hoping that you do too. And we'll just keep creating together. So take care till next week. Next week will be April. And another reminder, if you don't have a demonstrator already and you would like the catalog, please reach out to me. There's lots of goodies in there. Take care now.